It was just reserved ticking all the right boxes and having everything in order. Being a follower of Christ was about ticking boxes, and none of us deserve to be here. But I'm convinced more than ever that worship is our response in the trenches. Worship is our response in the valley. Worship is our response when we've got nowhere else to go. Worship is our response when our pride is shattered, when our hearts are broken, when we're grieving, when we're mourning, when nothing makes sense. And I remember a few years ago being here on the People Tour, and I remember saying, listen, everything that can be shaken will be shaken. That's to say that everything that is not Christ, the cornerstone, Jesus crucified for our sin and raised again so that his life might be at work in and through us till kingdom come. Anything outside of that will be shaken. Every pillar will fall. Every faux idea of things that we can put our trust in. And it's a nice idea, it's a nice thing to write songs about till your whole world falls apart. And then it gets real. And I'm so grateful because I want the real thing. If this was about promoting something, if this was about just paying some bills, if this was just about putting on a show, then maybe this wouldn't be a good idea for us to be here. But we're here tonight because it's never been about that for us. It's been about the fact that there is a God in heaven who chooses unlikely, ordinary, broken people. And he moves by his grace and his spirit in our lives. And he's called us to this adventure of faith in him. And it's not easy, it's not meant to be easy. And if anyone sold you that, it's a lie. But God's goodness and faithfulness, it shows up best when we're heartbroken, when we've got nothing left. And maybe you're here tonight, and life is realer than it's ever been. I know there's people here. Maybe your dad's dying. Maybe your marriage is falling apart. Maybe you're going through whatever season, you don't know how you're going to pay the bills. Maybe it's just everything is broke. Maybe you're hurt, and the hurt is real. I promise you, the God in heaven, the God who I believe in, this gospel we have, it's not a cotton candy gospel. It's a gospel that was forged through 2,000 years of suffering and sorrow and heartbreak and heartache. And every single time, generation to generation, there are countless tales of his faithfulness and his goodness showing up in those moments. And if we didn't know what brokenness was, how would we know what healing is? If we didn't know what darkness was, how would we know the power of his light? If we didn't know what pain was, if we didn't know what grief was, how would we know the power of his joy? We are on a journey. There is a mountaintop that one day we will sing like we've never sung before. But until then, we're all on the journey. And I pray that we would understand that God has all the grace that we need for every single moment and day and season that we walk through. We're here because worship isn't reserved just for those moments. Worship is our response to everything that God has given us. In the good times, the hard times, and every moment and space in between. And the good news tonight is that qualifies every single one of us to be here. To enter into his presence that is here. That's the God I believe in. That's the God we're singing to. And we're going to sing like we've never sung before. I'm so grateful that every one of you is here. Are you guys ready? God is always redemptive. He's always reconciling. He's always fixing our broken, tethered ends. That's just who he is. That's what he does. We sing this song, and whether you're on the mountaintop, maybe you invested in crypto at the right time or something, or you're as broken as you've ever been. We're going to sing this together as a family, for the people on our left and our right, for the Church of Jesus Christ in such a time as this.